Hello friends, welcome to Malasana Explain session. I'm gonna show you some drills and some modifications how to cover your Malasana at the end of session, but first I'm going to speak about the dynamics of the movement, and then I'm gonna show you some stuff, how to modify it, how to get some props to make your way to Malasana, because Malasana is an asana that we all used to do it, but in time because of some bad habits, because of some bad habits in ways that I'm talking about, sitting a lot, one of the bad habits. Some people, because of their work, they have to sit a lot or whatever, and that sitting a lot is affecting the hamstrings, it's affecting the lower back muscle, and it is affecting, of course, your Malasana. But naturally, this is the way we actually go to toilet, so everybody should be able to do it. But if not, it's okay. Now I'm gonna show you some ways of doing it if you cannot do it at the end of the session. For now, let's start with some wrong Malasana. So while we're gonna inhale, we're gonna anterior pelvic tilt and tilting the hip back. Inhale, and then exhale, pulling the belly in, and then rounding the back like in cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now inhale, cow. Now we're gonna exhale, cat, but at the same time lowering down to Malasana. Yes, this is the wrong Malasana that everybody does. Not everybody, but some people. They round their back and they just mash it in the movement, rolling it down. No, go up. Now do the tilt pelvic, anterior pelvic tip, hip back, and now try to keep it like this, the body straight, and then sinking down. Exactly. Here I'm feeling the hips more and my chest forward. One of the four most important things is the direction of your feet. Your direction of your feet has to be the same direction as your knees. Some people doing Malasana, feet are gazing like this because the hip is very open and knees are very sideways. But if your hip is not open in the beginning and your knees are here looking at the 45-degree angle, you have to keep the feet 45 degree, and then you lower down here, knees following the same direction as the feet. Second important thing, knees has to be always trying to go outwards. I have a very nice a drill for this. So what you can do, let's say you sit down into Malasana, but you want to open your knees a little bit more. Lift your hip a little bit more up. Come to the outer edge of your feet, pushing the knees to the side, and then gently sink down your hip all the way down and place your feet down. And try this a couple of more times. Lift the hip, come to the outer edge, push the knees as much as you can, but keep pushing the knees when you sink down. Use these muscles at the sides of your hips. One more time, lift it up, knees to sides, sink in, push the knees to the sides. Do this push. This push is necessary in Malasana. Always opening it up. And when you want to put your elbows in again, you do this push as much as you can with the strength of your hips, and then put the elbows in and help it out. Not to help out, to not do it right away. Push your knees first with your own strength, and then to the point that you cannot do it anymore, you use the help of the elbows. You realize at the same time, while this pushing action happens with the knees to the sides, at the same time, similar action is happening with the pelvic down and forward. So the knees can go sides, pelvic has to go in and open. So I am opening up through and opening up my hip and pelvic down, also opening the knees to the sides, keeping the spine as straight as I can, and then lifting off. In the beginning of your practice, you can do the Malasana a couple of times dynamically, and then you can stay there a couple of breaths, keeping the spine, aligning up, reaching to sky, and then hip sinking down. Once you came here, you can do many stuff. You can lean to one shoulder and push one knee away. These are good modifications to be able to help you to get better in your Malasana. Leaning, pushing the other knee, also very good. And there are many different mobility movements here that you can just join in my mobility session, hip mobility session, or in other sessions. So how to modify it? First, you can use, some people, the heels stays lifted. You can roll your mat, always, mat is always here, block might not be. You can roll your mat and you can place your heels down till the time you are comfortable, and you're rolling your mat less and less more to find the comfortable seated position in your Malasana. You can find a towel or something to put underneath your knees here. Again, it helps it out, keeps you a little bit up high to stay here. Or you can also, in the beginning, to push the heels down. So maybe you cannot push the heels down here and staying like this, but you can move your hands forward, and then maybe you can push the hip down, moving the hands forward. In time, slowly, you can start bringing your hands back, lifting the chest up. Or also, I don't have anything here to show you, but if you find a stable object that where you can hold, it can be like a stairway holder, it can be like any door, like gate or anything that you can hold on. You hold on to this object and then you gently sink down. I'm holding the object, imagining holding an object, and then you sink down holding the object. Couple of times you go up and down, and then at the end you stay here with the object, leaning a little bit back, trying to keep the straight line with the spine, and trying to find back your beautiful Malasana, and then enjoy it. When Malasana is something that you have to do daily, even there is no moment of practice, which after a while you naturally always create that space, but sometimes shit happens and you cannot do anything. You find a silent spot for yourself, sitting in Malasana for a couple of minutes, and even that is kind of like grounding and bringing you back to center. So use this groundation and enjoy it. Namaste.